Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, That Houseplant Guy, and welcome back to another episode of Plant of the Week, the YouTube series in which each week I show you the plant that is on my mind the most. And this week it is something a bit special that I think I haven't shown before because it's still in the making. It is a Sageretia Pre-Bonsai, so it's on its way to become a bonsai in a couple of years probably. That I keep right now, as you can see, in basically an ice cream tub. So basically, there used to be ice cream in here, now there's a little tree in here. So I would say let's jump right away into the close-up and I'll tell you a bit more about this little guy. So welcome to this close-up of my Sageretia Pre-Bonsai, basically an indoor bonsai that is at the moment very much in the making. So very, very early in it turning into a bonsai, and really one of the experiments I'm doing right now to get into this hobby of making bonsai. So very early, as I said, maybe it makes it, maybe it doesn't, but it's definitely worth learning with it. So that's basically the reason why I started to do it. As you can see, I did a lot of wiring on it already, basically to give it some shape. Actually, I think right now you see it rather from the back. So this is what I intend to be the front in the end. As you can see, basically the top is more or less missing. So I have this one stem that really is leading right now, and I will basically sooner or later cut this one to basically create a new top for this tree here, because I didn't really like the shape it had when I bought it. So it was basically just a broom style, so just a straight stick with these ones basically all just showing up. And I thought I spread them out a little bit, create a new top, really experiment with it, because in the end, it is all just an experiment and a learning experience, so why not? As you can see, a lot of wiring, not the best wiring maybe, but it holds the things in place where it's supposed to do that. As I said, it is not in a bonsai pot or anything yet because it is a training tree, so it doesn't really make sense to already put it in an expensive pot. Also, I do want it to grow still, so I definitely put it in a pot that is too big for it so it can still grow nicely and really develop more roots and simply grow basically. As you can see, there's also one little stem here in the back that basically starts from, I hope I can show you, all the way down here. So it's the one here in the back that is going up here. I decided to leave this one because I think it might help me with thicken the trunk still a bit here in the bottom. Should it take overhand, of course, I will cut it back because it almost is starting to become the new lead. As you can see, it's very much trying to be the new lead. So if this one takes too much energy from the rest of the plant, I of course will cut it back, but I will leave some of it on it simply to get maybe a thicker trunk out of it. As you can see, I start, or at least I start trying to create some pads here in the back, simply to fill in the tree. This one in the front here, I have the idea of being a single basically stem that is going out here, which looks nicer than once it of course gets more woody, and also here the top is then added. And I think it will give a nice shape to the overall tree. You just have to imagine basically this one here still going further out here, and here then the top being created basically. So as I said, very much a project that is still in the making. Maybe a bit too Sageretia, that genus of plants itself. They do like to stay in moist soil. So especially if you have it in a smaller pot, of course, make sure you always keep it well watered. I have it indoors, and indoors I have it in a west-facing window where it gets a lot of direct sunlight. It really needs that to grow, and probably now in summer, actually, I will put it on my balcony simply to give it a bit more sunlight and more energy for it to grow even a bit faster. So definitely probably a good genus for beginners. At least I did not have any problems with it until this point. It has had a lot of growth since I got it, even though I repotted it, so it definitely also survived the repotting quite well. And yes, definitely if you are starting with looking into bonsai a bit more, and maybe you live in a flat and don't have that much space for outdoor bonsai, maybe Sageretia would be a good idea to look into, because it is really a tree that can be kept indoors most of the time. If you have the possibility, at least in summer, to take it outside, it definitely does not harm the plant. It will definitely be beneficial for it. But in general, definitely, if you want to look into indoor bonsai, I think it is a good plant to start experimenting with. probably next to ficus one of the varieties that I enjoy most. So definitely a recommendation for me to all the beginners that want to get experimenting and making some experiences here. So definitely what I'm going to do with it is keep experimenting. Probably it will never look the way I have designed in my mind, but that actually is not a problem because, as I said, for me this is really simply an experiment, getting new experiences and also learning from it basically. So I hope this gave you a little overview, and yes, that's my little pre-bonsai Sageretia. So I hope you enjoyed this close-up. If you have any questions about this Sageretia or about pre-bonsai in general, or how I keep it, or anything else that has not been yet said in this video, of course feel free to leave those questions in the comments. I will get to answer them as soon as I see them. If you enjoyed this video, of course feel free to leave a like, and if you enjoy this channel, of course feel free to subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, guys. Until then, bye!